After making these pieces from window envelopes, I have a lot of offcuts. And today I'm going to show you how we can make cute ephemera from these pieces as well. Let's get started. The first idea I have is this one. And this is not an original idea of mine. It's just a bookmark that I've seen before. We'll use this little book. It's not a very good example, but maybe it'll have a page in here that I can show how this works. It just slips over the corner of the page. Like that. And it could be used as an uptuck as well. You could stick something up under there just to hold it in place. And I think it's a cute little thing. And the way I did this is I took two envelopes. One of them was a yellow greeting card envelope, this one, which I cut that end off. And then I used a white envelope, the offcut of that. The first thing we'll do is cut this envelope off. I have this envelope out to remind me that if you get something like this is from St. Jude's Research Hospital, but you could use this corner and make a cute bookmark out of the design that's on that. Or like greeting cards sometimes have really pretty envelopes with them. But I'm going to reach down here and grab my Big Shot so I can show you how I did this. Come this way just a little bit. For this, for my machine, I have the one that has the separate platforms. And this is a thin cut die. So I use the main platform, the, what is this called? The thin die adapter, and then my two plates. So what I want to do is I want to take this die. This is from this set. It has 5 in it that my friend gave me. Thank you, Rachel. And I'm using the largest one out of this set to cut this corner off. And what I do is I just put it on the corner here. Take my little ruler, and I decided I wanted it at 2 1/4 there and 2 1/4 this way too. So that's just about right. And I'm going to take a piece of washi tape and stick on there so that it doesn't shift, because it is prone to shifting. And I'm going to make sure I got it where I wanted it. It didn't shift already on me. That looks pretty good. And I'm actually going to put 2 pieces on here. What you do is you want to stop here. I don't need that part cut. This is a new tip that I learned not too long ago. And it's a little bit tricky because you need to have it where this doesn't get caught up in the machine. But I think that will work okay. You want to place the edge of this right where it comes to the edge of the envelope. Like that. And then I'm just going to push that up as far as I can because I don't need it to cut that part. And then I'm going to hold it like this and start turning and pushing until it starts catching. And I think I just, oh, sorry about that. Just take this on through. Okay. What I do now is I just take this off. Take the tape off. And get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Although it still has a stamped corner. That might make a cute bookmark as well. Okay. And just take this off. I put some gold paint and some white gesso on there. And that's going to be covered up mostly. I'm going to take my little pokey tool. And any of these that didn't punch out, I'm going to poke out those little pieces. And then this just opens up like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide this down over this envelope. Just slide it down where it fits snugly there. And then I have these scissors that have a scallop edge on them. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm just going to look at it and decide how far out I want to go, about that much, and just cut around. And it's just a matter of hoping you do it right for me. But I think it's going to be okay. So you have that. So you have this now, and I just like to put a little bit of glue in there to hold those two pieces together. Just on the edge here will be fine. You may want to put a little bit on some of these little edges there and on the back. Now that's got kind of an ugly spot there on the back there with that print there, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. This is a sample, so we won't think about it too much. I like this for the front side. It can either go on the page that way, or it could go on a page that is turned this way, like that. Since I did that one for a left-hand page, I think I'll do this one for a right-hand page. What I have to put on here is just some lace. Maybe trim that up a little bit. And that place right there. I kind of want to cover up that side a little bit. I don't think it's too pretty right there, but maybe it doesn't matter. It is a junk journal. This is just a piece of book page out of a dictionary. And I used another piece on this one, same area of that. And I had drawn this little flower in watercolor, the stems and the flowers on that. This one, I'm just going to put a bird sticker on top of it. I think it's what I'm going to do. But I still think it looks better to be a little bit wrinkled up. I think it's too long. Take that off. And I'm just going to put it like that, I think. And I have these bird stickers. And I also have these two stickers that are possibilities. These stickers are from Dollar Tree. Either those or one of these, which these are stickabilities from Paper Studio, Hobby Lobby's brand. Yellow bird, he'd be cute. He's a cute bird. Or brown bird. Just depends on which way you want them to go. Whoops, that stuck to it because of the static that was on it. I think I'm going to go with him. I like him. He's fat and would look cute on here. So I'll put that aside again. But I need to glue this stuff down first. So I'm just going to put some glue out here in the middle. There we go. To put the lace on. And just kind of place it. Kind of like that, I think. I want the edge to show where it's die cut. So I'll put it like that. And then I'm just going to put the glue on the back of this and stick it down. You could splatter some gold paint on this right now if you wanted to, or white paint, or even black dots would be cute on it. And just decorate it with that way a little bit more. I don't know if this is going back on here the way I had it earlier, but we'll just press it down and hope for the best. And this little bird. I like these stickers because they are clear. You can kind of see what's behind them a little bit. And I'm going to get my X-Acto knife to place it on the paper. I like to do that because that gets my fingers out of the way and I can see better where I think it should go. I think I like him right about there. Okay. So see how quick and easy that was, and it's a cute little addition to your junk journal. So that is the first idea. The second idea is another similar idea, and this one is kind of like what I did in the last video, making pockets with a tab on it. But this one goes at the top, and it's a bookmark. And let me get my little book here. It's not the best book to mark, but anyway, we will use it for this purpose. And this just fits over the page like this. And I put start on that. It's like you mark your place, and this is where you start reading again. So that's an idea for this. That's what we're going to make this time. This one, I just put some gold paint using the sponge. Just dabbed it on the edge. And then I stenciled that design there. Put a little bit of lace behind that and stamped start with this stamp. It says every day is a fresh start, but I just inked this part right here and then cut around that word and glued it down. And that's another tip that I like to use stamps in different ways than what they're intended for. I didn't have anything that said read or start here or anything like that, but I saw this and I thought I can use that. This was another set I was thinking about. Sometimes I put the ink on the stamp and then I cover up what I don't want with a piece of washi tape or a couple of pieces of washi tape, whatever it takes. And then you can stamp like just begin, or if you just wanted new on there, you could cover up these other things. And we're going to work on this one. Put that over here. And I'll put this aside. And the first thing we're going to do is glue this back together. I want it to go on the page this way. So this edge, I'm going to cut this off, and this will stick out on this side. I'm going to make this side stick out as well on this one, just because I like the position of this postage mark on there. I'm going to not cover that up. And this was a coffee dyed envelope. But I'm going to glue this back down, and then we'll cut the edge of it off. That sounds like the wrong idea, but that's what I'm going to do, because you don't want this sticking up. Okay. All right. Now I want it to be... Now it could go... I could do it this way and cut the tab here, but that's kind of close to that. So I think I am going to go ahead and do the tab on this side. And if you saw my other video, you probably saw how I did this. And if you haven't, I'll just link that in the description. So if you want to take a look at it, you can. It's been very popular, and I've been very blessed by all of the comments and the likes that you've left for me. And I appreciate that so much. Now on this one, I'm thinking about putting hello there, right there. Like, hello there. This is where we are. So I need it to be about right there. So we'll just put this one here. Like that, and then just draw that. I'm just using this offcut of a file folder that I had from my Dollar Tree journal project. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And here. Like that. And then I'm going to round that corner just a little bit if I can here. I don't think I got that quite even, so I'm going to go back and just trim it just slightly. Okay, that's still not very good, but after I glue it down, glue it together, I will go back and give it a little touch up on that. This is my Turbo Tacky Glue by Aleene's brand, and I just put it in this little dispenser that has this needle nose to get in tight places. It's very handy for that. And I'm just gluing this a little bit just to keep it a little bit more held together so that when you put it on the page, it doesn't want to slide off too easily. So that is that. And then I want to cut this edge off. I'm just going to use my scissors and do it and hope for the best. I'll just cut it off about right there. It doesn't look too bad. I'm not the best at doing straight cutting, but anyway, we'll do that. And then I'm going to round the corners on it. I think that just looks nicer. I've got my old corner rounder here that doesn't always want to do the best. It did pretty good that time, I guess. And I'm going to do this one too, and that one's already done. And I think I'm going to put a little glue on that too, because I don't think I want it to slide up like that. Just kind of hold it in place a little better. Just a tiny bit there. I'm going to use the archival ink in the color watering can, which is just a dark gray, and use this stamp. I got this stamp at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, so I've had it a while. The thing about these woodblock stamps, they're a little bit harder to see what you're doing. So sometimes I just like to, that's supposed to be in line with what's here, but it's been my experience that that's not always the case. So I kind of just try to get even down with it a little better and just get an idea of where I'm putting it. Hopefully it's straight and all those things that we like. Tip for stamping I've heard is to put a piece of felt underneath, which I didn't think about doing this time, but I have this piece of felt that I do that. But another good thing to do is just to leave it in place for a little bit for that ink to grab to the paper. And that's been real helpful to me. I just learned that tip not too long ago. So that looks pretty good. It could be a little straighter, but I think it's fine. And this is going to go on the page this way. So I thought I'd put this sticker on there. This is another Hobby Lobby sticker. Came in a package of a whole bunch. I'll show you here. Stickabilities. And it's $5 for these. There's 12 designs, 3 each, 36 pieces, which, you know, that's not a bad deal. But I generally try to get my Hobby Lobby stickers and stuff when they're marked down on sale or having a sale and things like that. And I think I want this to be, I want that to show a little bit because I think that is interesting and that I don't mind. These are stickers and they have this backing paper on them. So peel that off. And I think the leaves are going to stick over the edge no matter what I do. So there is that. But I kind of want those things on there that are talking about the postage. So I'll just do it like that. And that's hanging over the edge. I may put some paper on the back of that. I could just cut those leaves off, but I think they look pretty, so I'll probably put paper on the back. So there's that one. The next one is pockets. When I was making this, the wallet with the envelope, I'm using the same stencil on this in the same ink color. And what I did is I just took an offcut, which I have some more here, like this one. It's just the end of the envelope, took it off here and used the other part for a pocket or whatever I was making. So I have these left over, and these two I'm gonna fix up, and these are some little things to put on them. So put that aside with that. I'm just going to do this as quickly as I can. And I'm using Distress Oxide in the color Pine Needles, which is what I used on the wallet as well. And this is the same stencil I used on that too. And I'm just going to put it down here on the bottom like that and just kind of go over this. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. You don't have to cover it completely if you don't want to. You can just give it a little design, or you can make it really bold and dark if you prefer that. Doesn't matter. Just whatever your pleasure is. In this part, I'm going to fold the corner down like I've seen Kathleen do on so many of her projects, and I really like that look. That's Kathleen Maurer from Big in Books, and I recommend her channel. She's very, very talented and shares a lot of really good information. I'm going to go on that edge because I don't like the way it looks so bright there, so white, and over here too, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do the other one too. I'm going to do these assembly line style right now. And as I said in the other video, this is a die that I have that cuts the stencil design. And you can use it as a peekaboo window in a project or however you want to. But I found it's really fun to have it to make stencils with, to use like this. It's a Tim Holtz die, and I will link, if I can find it still, in the description. I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere. Those two are stenciled there. And then the next thing I want to do is fold these corners down. And you can do that however you want to do it. You can just fold it way down and then back up and back again like that, or just however makes sense to you. And this one I need to cut open because I haven't cut it open yet. And I think for fun, I'm going to open it on the other side. That might be an interesting. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this when I get it finished. It might be interesting to have them alternating. Okay. And this one will fall back this way. I'm not sure I've got the hang of this like Kathleen does yet, but she really does neat, interesting things with her projects. And since this one I made it green in the background a little bit, I'm going to do the same on here too, but I'm going to round these corners first. Actually, I'm going to round both of these corners. Here we go. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of use this. This is just a makeup sponge, a wedge shape. I don't even know if they sell this kind anymore. I got this a long, long time ago and still have it. Now I've found a use for it. This is why I don't ever throw anything away. It's because I always think, oh, I can use that for something. It's a curse. But when you find a use for something that you have, it's pretty cool because then you have something for free that you can use. You don't have to go out and buy something new. Save that money for buying new dies or stencils or stamps, paper, all kinds of things that we love to have. Stickers. That one needs a little bit of glue on that side. I think I'm making this one a lot darker than I had that one. But that's okay. This is just a trial run here. Okay, I think that's all of that. And I'm going to put these back up here like that and like that. What I was planning to do on this is to put this one, I think is the one that I had at the bottom. And this is not cheesecloth. It's something that I found at Dollar Tree. Somebody had mentioned it, and it was around Halloween, and it's some kind of meshy stuff. But it's really great to use behind something else. I'm going to trim it back a little bit right there and put some on this one. And I'm just going to slide it up under there like that. I think I'd like to put a ticket up here somewhere. Maybe a ticket like that one. And then I was going to use this flower right here. And these are 3D, so they're kind of thicker, which is probably not the best if you're going to have it on your page. But, you know, every now and then you kind of have to have a little extra something. So that's what I'm going to do. See which way I think that goes. I guess it goes like that. And actually, I think it needs a little bit of glue in there to hold all this stuff down before I stick that sticker on there. So I'm just going to put some here. Oh, that's hard to do. That meshy stuff wants to move around. Just kind of place it as best I can. Okay. Oh, get glue on your fingers and everything sticks to your fingers. And this is just a stamp I made with a Tim Holtz stamp set. It's called Ticket Booth. And I'll show you the stamps. It's this set of stamps. And that one is this stamp right here. I have these little scissors that just have a wavy edge on them. And I just use that to cut the area. He has a set of dies that goes with that set of stamps. But I don't have that. And so I just use the scissors to put it in the shape that he had it. And then this sticker I'm going to put on like that. Right there. Okay. These two, for right now, I'm not going to go ahead and decorate. I've got some other things I was going to put on them, some tickets and things, but I want to show you, and I don't have a journal here. Let me grab something. This is my crazy art journal, which I wouldn't necessarily put this in this book, but let me just find a page here. You could just add these in and put them behind each other, staggered like that. And then you could put something tall. That's too tall for that because it's going to cover up. Something like that in here. And that's hotel thing down here. Something like that. That really needs to be glued down because it's kind of distracting to have it so sticking up so much. So maybe I'll do that real quick and then show you again. I'm just going to put a little glue under here and under that just so that stays down a little better in there. And then could add something like a stamp or something on it there, and maybe that on that one. It's just something to give it a little interest on it. So anyway, this would be arranged in such a way. I mean, you could arrange it however you wanted to. This page is a little bit small, and we put it on this other page over here where it starts here, and then this one is over on this side. You don't have to overlap them. You can just put them down like this. And then depending on how you glue it, you can have something smaller in the front pocket and something taller in the back pocket. And then that's kind of going to lap over this. So you have to decide if you like that or not, or if you want something just in the front pockets that's shorter. It's up to you. And little things like that could go in. And this one could go. If you wanted to, you could make that like a belly band and just slide that all the way down there. Like that. Just glue here and on that side. So that you have kind of a peekaboo effect there. And you could put tickets in here. Just, whatever you feel like adding. There's an orange one that would be bright and shiny. And on the top one, of course, you need something a little bit shorter. This is a scripture card. It says, "The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble." Psalms 9:9. And it could either go here, like that. It sticks up above the pocket, or you could put it behind and maybe also glue it like just on the sides. Or it could go in sideways. Maybe better in this one because it really fits this way. Anyway, lots of options on that. So that's another use for these offcuts. And you can use these pockets individually. Just one on the page would be cute. You could probably even turn it up on its side where it is a pocket like that. And put things in it this way. I think that would be cute. And something that has a design like that on it, it doesn't look like it's upside down necessarily when you do that. You just turn your tickets and things this way, and it looks fine. So anyway, that is an idea for pockets and how to use them. Then I have one more little idea that I'm not too sure how successful it is, but we'll look at it anyway. It's another bookmark. I put a paper clip in here. This is a similar offcut. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. But I just put the paper clip on the outside of this. And then I put this is just a piece of index card that I had laying around. I cut something else off of it, and it was that long, and I just wrapped it around and brought it down to here. And that was another piece of something that was laying around, so I put it here and just put one of these dots on here, which is a Dollar Tree item. It's these stickers, just all colors. There's pink and purple, a couple of greens, and pinks and purples. And I think that looks cute. And then I used a Tim Holtz little girl and her dog. That's a Tim Holtz paper dolls, I think is what they're called. And a little bit of lace back there, and then just this little trim that I stuck up there. And actually, I don't know how successful this is because this paper clip is kind of tight, and it's hard to slide onto a page. That's maybe if it were a thick page, it would slide on better. And maybe it doesn't have to go all the way down. Maybe just a little bit of the paper clip holding onto the page is enough to keep it in place. But there it is. I'll show you what I did. I don't know that I'm going to put the paper clip on the outside on this one. I'm going to cut it off so it's a little bit shorter. And I still like that postage information there. To get the paper clip on there, it needs to be on there somewhere. Another way you could do it is put it where it's coming in from the side. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Let's just do that. And then we can put this piece here and this, maybe just like that. Just something to cover up some of the page. we could put a little piece of fabric behind there if we wanted to. Let me just cut off a little piece to go behind that. And I think I'm going to take the selvage off of there. And it's a little bit wide. Okay. Let's see how that looks. We'll just put that here and put the Fabri-Tac behind it. I may scrunch it up a little bit. I don't know. And I'm going to put the glue around the paper clip. Maybe it won't slide around too much. Okay. Just kind of scooch it around a little bit so it's a little bit more interesting. And then I'm going to cut this down because I'd like to see more of the fabric above it. And since I scooched it down, it's a little bit too close. Okay. Let's see how that does. I'm going to pull that back down a little bit so it shows a little more. It could be straight on there or it could be sideways. So we'll just stick that on. I don't think I'm going to use those other pieces on there. I might stick a button or something on there. That might be cute. Although I don't know what a button has to do with a bicycle. Especially a bicycle built for two, but doesn't have to have a reason, does it? Okay. That just doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but it doesn't. So we're not going to do that. I do want a word or something in there. Let's see what we got here. We could have happy day on it. That will fit. I think that will fit. If I can get a good stamp now that I've got it stuck on top of everything there. And I think I'll just put this on with some... Okay. I'm going to put that right there and hope for the best. Just kind of press it down. Sometimes I just rock it a little bit to kind of get it, I don't know, get pressure on every area of it. I'm going to hold it down for just a minute because I really want that to grab. Okay, here we go. Here's hoping. Okay, that worked out. That's fine. And if it needed a little bit of ink around the edges, we can still do that. Just to give it that little extra something there. And then we're going to see how it works when I stick it in the book. Let's take it off right like that. I don't mind the words there, but I don't want a word like mutilate on there. There's enough unpleasant things in the world without adding to it. Okay. That turned out cuter than I was expecting it to, so isn't that a pleasant surprise? Okay, let's see. Where's my little book here? This one on the back, I don't have anything on it. On the other one, I have the paper, so I could add a little bit of paper or something on the back of this if I chose to do that. This is a coffee or tea dyed piece of paper, so we'll see how it slips on here with that. It might be a good idea to cut one edge of that where it opens up a little more easily. And see if that can slide on there. I don't know. I don't think it's going to slide onto that. Let's see about see if it goes on this one. This is the back cover and has more strength to it. There we go. It'll slide on there. And then it sticks up a little bit above. If you wanted to, you could put a little lace or something up there at the top. That's kind of busy with this background there, but anyway, it gives you an idea of what it looks like. So those are the ideas for today, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Let's see if I can clean up my mess a little bit so you can see what I've got. These are the tab bookmarks for where you're reading. And then we have these little pockets. Just pull some of this stuff out of here like that. I mean, you could arrange them on the page even like that if you wanted to do that, if your page was suitable for that. These items I'm going to put aside because they're just in the way. Put that on top of there. That is the other paper clip there. These little bookmarks, that was the other thing I had. So I'll put pictures of at the end so you can see them in a better display. But I appreciate you coming along with me today for this experiment with some little offcuts of my window envelopes. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this, and I will come back next week with another idea. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.